Over the past several years, AR technology, that means augmented reality, has established home entertainment, marketing, education, and many other industries. The use of augmented reality applications in the enterprise will grow to more than $2 billion in 2022. On the flip side, AR, augmented reality, also brings a lot of challenges for designers. Nowadays, the most experienced designers have solid skills in designing web and mobile applications, but these skills aren't always applicable to immersive AR experiences. So, we want to fill this gap by presenting this session for augmented reality design. So, what is AR? AR is nothing but augmented reality is a technology that lays computer generated images on top of the real world. AR adds a programmed layer over actual reality to create a third dynamic level of augmented experience. With AR apps, instead of just seeing information, users interact with it and receive live feedback on the action they have performed. Users can also interact with the AI. Yeah, that's the uh, magical thing in AR applications. So, why AR in the spotlight? Everyone had this question, right? So, unlike virtual reality, which requires users to purchase pricely headsets in order to be immersed in the alternate experience, but it's possible to experience AR on mobile. But both Android and iOS devices can drop virtual objects alongside real ones through the phone's camera. So this makes augmented reality more feasible for developers and marketers. So it's also convenient to everyone. So everyone has a phone. So it's a kind of cost-wise also it's convenient to everyone. So currently we have 6.64 billion unique smartphone users worldwide, and this number continues to increase as well. Right? We have a lot to cover. So get into that AR design. So, so when it's coming to building AR applications, the concept of measure twice and cut once becomes especially important. Before diving into AR design and development, keep in mind that it's important to have a clear answer to the question, what do I want to achieve with the AR apps? Your ultimate goal is to ensure that the AR experience is right for the project. That's why the first step is finding out if AR is the right medium for solving the user problem. Product designers should start with identifying the users and their needs. After that, only ask the fundamental questions. So, do these problems involve immersing the user in real time? You shouldn't create an AR app just because it's trending. You don't do that. That's almost a sure way to create a poor UX for the AR applications. Rather, the desired functionality needs to be evaluated to fit with experience that AR display medium can offer. Augmented reality in an application should be a layer of added value that reduces the time required to complete task. So AR should empower the users and make them more productive. So that's for the application needs to be grown up. So consider, you can also see the video, right? Consider the IKEA's Place app. You all know that this application. This app allows you to see whether a product will fit your existing environment. Ordering and placing an actual couch or lamp or a furniture physical space would be much more time consuming. It will helps you a lot to select over which furniture is fits for my room space. So this is actually solving a problem. Offer AR features only on capable devices. If your app's primary purpose is AR, make your app available only to devices that are capable of that. If your app includes features that require specific AR capabilities, don't show users an error if they try to use these features on device that outdated or doesn't support them. Instead, avoid offering the feature on unsupported devices in the first place. So that's the good thing for the developers to creating an application in AI. So that's the user experience too. It's a natural for UI and UX designers to start ideas in a box. For the designers, they need to think out of the box. But in starting with the AR designing for the application, start with getting into the box. When the designer or we design a new digital experience for mobile devices, we usually draw within the iPhone screen frame or Android frame screen. While this approach is okay, it's a regular way, right? It's a regular way for the regular application, but it won't work for AR applications. So you all have the question why? So why it can't applicable for that? Because by doing that same thing, you create boundaries, and those boundaries will subconsciously limit your creativity for the AR designing. The great thing about AR is that it's not limited to the device. I mean, the device screen. The device screen becomes more likely a window that we use to see the world. Yes, you can also. I hope you all use the AR applications, right? You all experienced that filters or AR apps. If you are experienced, that means you can think about it. The AR is not limited to the device screen. That's why we should break down the boxes and instead think about an interface as being fixable to the user. Yes, of course, we need a user comfort. User comfort is a top priority for product designers, and AI design isn't an exception. So anticipate that people will use your app in a wide variety of real-world environments. Um, I will give you some examples. So in other countries, I mean, foreign countries, they are using Google Maps. They are having the AR experience in that application. So they are already having that feature, and they are solving the problem by using the AR experience. They want uh, uh, control that design into the device screen. Yeah, that's and that gives the comfort to use the product as well. So you user comfort is the top priority for every product designers. So give users a clear understanding of the amount of space they will need to experience your AR while designing for the AR application. Is it possible to use an app in the living room, or will they need an open space for that? It's important. So communicate your app's requirement and expectation to people upfront to help them understand how their physical environment can affect their AR experience. You can also include a preview with AR interactions in the App Store or Play Store as well, and add an instruction in the app itself. Since you will integrate an AR design solution into the user's environment, you want it to feel as natural as possible. The type of environment significantly affects AR design. If in a private environment, for example, in your home or in your working place, product designers can count on long user session and complex interactions. The whole user body can be involved in that interaction. But in public environments, I mean the outdoors, the parks, the restaurant, it's essential to focus on short user sessions because regardless of how much people might enjoy the AR experience, everyone enjoy that and everyone surrounded by ourselves. They won't want to walk around with their hands up, holding a device for an extended period of time. It's distract the others and it's create create some traffic on that area. So collect all the details of the physical environment to be augmented. The more environment conditions you identified means before building a product, the better is that better. And sometimes user can get too immersed in an AR experience. Uh, some people also already too much immersed in the AR experience in the Instagram filters, on Snapchat filters. So it's a good thing or a bad thing? So in my opinion, it's a both the things too. Yes and no. So they ignore physical objects around them. Sometimes, if you are in a same place, single place means it's nothing about nothing about you. But you are moving, you are experiencing the AR while moving means it's physically not good for you because it's physically injured you. So they ignore physical objects around them while using the AR while moving. So as a result, they can bump into other objects or people as too. So in this situation, to prevent such behavior, you need to build in reminders for user to check their surroundings before using the AR applications. The chances of bumping into furniture and other objects are much greater when a user is moving backward, right? If you are moving towards front, we can also see that AR experience as well as the front side of the world environment, but we can't able to see the backward of the world. So it's very dangerous while using the AR. uh, so we want to instruct the user to how to use the application in a such a way, in a better way. So that's why it's recommended to design experience that guides user to move forward, not backward while using the AR application. So AR design has the principle to work on these guidelines. So users will hold mobile devices while interacting with your product, right? Thus makes comfortable designs to prevent physical strengths. For example, holding a device at a certain distance or angle for longer periods can be fatiguing. To prevent that causing, consider keeping sessions short and add periods of downtime to help users get relaxed. So, how many long hours the user can hold the DR up, hold the device to front of this like this? How many hours users can hold that? So, you need to, if you are a designer, if you are a product developer, you need to give a whole breathing time to the user to get take a relax. So that's the important. People tend to spend more time in experience if they are afraid to lose their progress, right? If you are spending too much time on one thing means you are getting to that comfortable zone, so you won't get back easily. For example, when people playing an AR game or are unable to save their progress on the individual level, they often finish the level, otherwise they will lose their progress. Let users pause or save their current progress in the AR app. So give the users to set the level to take a break or don't to prevent the long usage of the AR apps. So make it easy to continue an experience whether where they left off. So even if they switch their physical location, so that gives the better user experience for the AR design. While in the usability testing should be critical step for the AR because for the other mobile or web applications it's totally different for the AR. So it's a critical step in the product design process. When the first working prototype of your augmented reality design is ready, you should run comprehensive usability test on the product in real conditions with the real users. Your ultimate goal here is to make interaction with the product comfortable for users, not just for the design, not just for the AR experience. It's your ultimate goal is here to make interaction with the product. It's comfortable for users. The AR experiences should be designed to require a little physical input for users as possible, right? So to experience a AR application means we need some physical environment. We need that possible. We need that. So when users are looking through the device screen at an augmented pictures, it's going to be odd for them to input the data at the same time. Use alternative way of collecting information for the AR. I give you the examples for that. So you can also utilize the device camera or sensors for this step. So design comfortable interactions is must for the AR applications. A good AR experience, AR immersive application uses into interactions. It only happens when people believe that why they see on the screen, it's real. You need to bring that AR as much as natural to the user. It's a vital to devote as much as of screen as possible to display the physical world and your apps virtual objects as well. And mainly avoid cluttering the screen with visible UI controls and informations because they diminish the immersive experience. They totally destroy the experience of the immersive. If you are displaying the content over here, go over here, go over here, go over here, uh, so how the user feels, how the user experience that application. So that's important, right? You need to focus on good AR experience immersive to interactions to the users. To help users believe that the AR world is real, make sure your app updates the scene 60 times per second so objects don't appear to flicker. You need to maintain that flickering as well. You can measure frame rate as well. In Xcode for iOS and Android Studio for Android devices, you can also build from that. Uh, yes, of course. You can build applications from the Android Studio for the Android users, and you can develop from the Xcode for the iOS. And uh, how we can improve the AR applications because we get user can visually experience, but additionally, what we can add in that. So audio is a multi-purpose tool, right? So user can also hear and get that in and get into that experience. So audio is a perfect multi-purpose tool. Sound effects can improve the usability of the product, right? For example, it's a possible to add a sound effect to confirm that a user picked up a virtual object. Background music can also help envelop people into the virtual world by creating the right mood. It also prevents the user to getting back to the danger. So if the user if you user immersively touching the object means give some sound effects to that, so users can naturally feel that he or she touching that project object or taking that object. If the user throwing something immersively throwing something means you give some sound effect in that application so user can experience the natural feel in that. So that's engage the user in the AR applications. That's experience get more valuable from the users. So many users have never experienced an AR environment before. Uh, if if the people working in this kind of technology means, or if the IT people's knows about the AR, right? But in our world, not every people is a tech savvy or techiest guys. Not everyone adapt to that tech, so we need to educate that person to adapt the AI. Our application needs to teach whether this way is going to be learned, this way is going to be used. So when users encounter the first AR experience, they will need guidance, yes, on how to interact with that application. So guidance is must for the AR apps, while in onboarding plays a key role in creating a great UX. Let users start in AI quickly by making a tutorial a part of main experience flow. Yes, tutorial is not a whole thing. Uh, so you can also get started with the tutorial before starting it. Get it into the AR application. While onboarding, you can place that too. So it helps the many user to experience AR with the knowledge too. I can show you some real examples. You can see show interactions or tips on how to perform specific things in the context of actual interactions. You can also display interactions for related to your application. By doing that, you won't overload users with information, and they will be able to get all the important information at hand before the using of application. So, for example, when a user is interacting with an AR game, provide the user with steps and tips that they can use as they progress through various levels in order to break apart the information. So users before getting the information means it will easy to play the AR game, right? So it gives more space to experience the AR app to the user. Use a combination of visual cues, motion and animation to teach users. Many people loves animated or illustrated things, right? So many of them fall for that. So you can also use that to the user to attract to provide a immersive feel or some magical moments in the AR, magical feels in the AR apps. You can also illustrate and use in your app experience as much as possible. It creates the experience more. When it comes to augmented reality design, many designers try to invent and use new and unexpected interaction patterns. For the normal design, mobile or web apps, many designers or developers create a lot of stuffs here, there, over there, interactions. It's okay for the normal design, but it's not actually supports for the not suitable. It won't give the experience to the AR apps. They believe that by doing that, they will make an app more desirable or visually, aesthetically more potential to the users. But in reality, they're increasing the learning curve and making to frustrate the first time user invest more time in learning how to use the app. So that's why I said it's not perfect for the AR apps. That's why when it comes to augmented reality design, yes, interface design, it's always better not to reinvent the wheel. Focus on the guidelines, focus, get into the box, not go directly go out of the box. Take advantage of what users existing knowledge. You can also take that advantage, but a majority of mobile users know how to tap, how to drag, how to swap. Most users can know about that, and you can use that those interaction patterns in your UI. But don't use other type of gestures or other interactions, because dragging, swipe, these are the things basically every users can know about that, but gestures not every users know about. So it increase the frustration of the AR application to the users, for the non-tech user as well as the many new users, many new AR application users. By doing that, you won't have to teach the user a whole new way to perform simple tasks by using the simple drag, tap, and swipe objects. And the most important thing that any product designer should remember about augmented reality is that it's just a technology, just technology. AR, VR, XR is a technology. With each product, people are seeking out experiences, not technologies. And they won't like a technology that isn't friendly to use. You love the technology that not experience gives a good experience means you can love. You don't love the technologies, right? So that's the same thing, same feel everyone feels that. So you need to provide the users a good, a better experience, a better immersive, a better magical solution to that user. So for that's why we are creating a new technologies, we are bringing a new technology to this world. So that's the AR. So AR is not for the showcase things. AR is for creating a providing a solution to the problems in an immersive way.